More than half of Americans believe aliens exist, according to NewsNation's exclusive NewsNation Desk HQ Poll. 63% believe the U.S. government has more information about extraterrestrial life than what's been publicly shared. The new poll results come 1 month after lawmakers held an historic hearing on UFOs, renewing a push for more transparency about UFOs, which other countries have allowed for years. Take a look. This supposed flying disc caused a sensation in Brazil in 1952, but unlike in the U.S., Brazil never treated the object as top secret. Uruguay, Argentina, Chile, Peru all have governmental programs investigating UFOs. All of those programs are on public record. Let's bring in Kelly Chase, host of the UFO Rabbit Hole podcast. Kelly, thank you so much for your time. Are you surprised at how many Americans think the U.S. government is hiding something?
I'm definitely surprised. This has been a long time coming, and I think that if you had given that same poll even a year ago, you would have seen very different numbers. But it really goes to show the progress that's being made and that the American people have real questions about what's going on in Washington right now with the hearings and, David Grush coming forward as a whistleblower. So this is a really exciting progress to see.
And Kelly, why do you think these numbers are so high? Because you mentioned the hearing there in Washington, because this is really across political lines.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that what a lot of people find when they start to look into this topic at all is that there's a lot more evidence there than they probably anticipated. We've all been raised to kind of scoff at this and laugh at it. But as soon as you start to really dig into the information, there's a lot of evidence there. And there's also the fact that David Grush himself is someone who has a really sterling background within the intelligence community, that this has been a kind of a groundswell that's been going on since 2017. So I think it's just slowly leaking into the public consciousness, and people are finding that there's more there than they thought.
And Kelly, is this a matter maybe of how the government has handled the topic of UFOs, of UAPs, essentially refusing to talk about the topic? Because, of course, it's possible there was never much to tell, but because they wouldn't talk about it and be open about it, it automatically raises suspicions.
Absolutely. And I think that a lot of these things were decisions that were made probably decades ago at the end of World War II, going into the Cold War. That's what we're seeing in other countries who are more open about this stuff. But due to the political climate, maybe they decided that it wasn't a great time to talk about it. Something you hear from members of the intelligence community all the time is that you can't tell your friends something without telling your enemies. So there might have seemed to have been really good reasons for that secrecy at the beginning. But as anyone who tells a secret knows, once you've told one secret, it takes a lot more secrets to cover it up. And so that might be part of what we're dealing with here.
Absolutely. And we'll certainly see what happens, because this polling reveals Americans want to know. All right, Kelly Chase, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.